Zimbabwe has extended a nationwide curfew, banned gatherings and ordered non-essential business closed for a month on Saturday in an effort to curb a surge in coronavirus infections. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, who is also health minister, said some of the tighter restrictions were effective immediately and included a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew and a ban on intercity travel. From Tuesday, non-essential businesses will also be suspended, he said. People must stay at home, save for buying food and medicines or transporting sick relatives. Chiwenga told the news conference the country has recorded 1,346 COVID-19 cases and 29 deaths in 1 week. The highest to date, he said. Only essential services are to remain open, such as hospitals, pharmacies and supermarkets, with only essential staff allowed to come to work. Chiwenga said adding such services will have reduced hours and be subject to the night curfew. Earlier on Saturday, government spokesman Mick Mangwana wrote on Twitter that we are being overwhelmed and overrun by this virus. Chiwenga said air travel was still allowed, with arrivals and returning residents being required to present certificates and returning residents to free them from COVID-19 infections. Zimbabwe first introduced a tough lockdown in March but had gradually eased the restrictions. It has recorded a total of 14,084 cases and 369 deaths. Last week, the government postponed the reopening of schools planned for Monday due to a surge in coronavirus infections and a tropical storm that swept through the region. Next, Nigeria's ruling party candidate Muhammad Bazoum, who faced former President Mahamudu Usman in a presidential election runoff in February. According to provincial results announced by the Electoral Commission, Bazoum 60 led the first round with 39.33% of the vote, falling short of the 50% plus 1 needed to win the first round. Usman received 17% to win the votes cast, the commission said on Saturday. Former Prime Minister Sani Umaru and Albade Abuba respectively came third and fourth with 8.95% and 7.07% of the ballots. The second round is expected to be held on February 21, 2021, after the results of the first round have been validated by the Constitutional Court, which will hear any appeals. Bazoum, who has been both interior and foreign minister, campaigned on promises of improved security and education and hope to clinch victory in the first rounds. Bazoum's Nigerian Party for Democracy and Socialism (PNDS) is also leading in the legislative vote held at the same time with 80 of the 165 seats and 5 diaspora seats remaining to be decided. Niger's President Muhammadu Sufu is stepping down after 2 5-year terms, which is expected to lead to the West African country's first transfer of power between 2 democratically elected presidents. Almost 7.5 million people cast their votes on Sunday to choose a successor to Isufu, who in the New Year radio address hailed the election as a new successful page in our country's democratic history. Insecurity overshadowed the campaigning, with Niger battered by armed groups on its southwestern border with Mali as well as in southeastern frontier with Nigeria. Next, we move to the top 5 popular news stories on Connect You Boss, its headlines. First, you have to stop playing Nigerian song Stanley Eno tells DJs at a private party. Second, 11 U.S. senators object vote results. We take on a break.